Hey guys, Reapy here, bringing another video today. And today's video is going to be a Q&A. Haven't done one of these in a very long time. I think last time I did one of these was probably like in June or July. It was a midway point for AW. But I really did enjoy doing a Q&A video back then. And the feedback that I got on it was really good, so why not do it again? So yeah, let's get right into it. My first question is going to be, can you show us your setup? I will, but to be honest, it's not that much. It's just a PlayStation 4, a monitor, a Astro's computer, and stuff like that. With just two desks, just not really combined together, just next to each other. That's really all that it is at the moment. Keyword hint hint. I will be adding onto it, such as a new computer. I do plan on buying a new computer, but every time I get close to purchasing a new computer, my parents just say no at the very last second. They say yes for like the first couple of days, and when I tell them, okay, I'm gonna buy it right now, they're like, no, you don't need one. I'm like, okay, then why say yes and lead me on like that? But yeah, gave up on those dreams of getting a new computer, so I just plan on upgrading the computer that I have now. But I do plan on getting a new webcam and probably a new mic. That will happen very soon. Not sure when, but I know it will be soon. So yeah. Next question. What is your dream car? I'm not really sure what kind of car. It'll probably either be like a Lamborghini or an Audi, but I'm not sure. It's between those two. It's 50-50. But to be honest, I'd kind of be scared to drive a Lambo around because people would just I don't. There's those, like those sometimes like you meet those people that like just complete assholes and just do random shit. And like they'll probably like fuck up my car or something like that, or I get into an accident and my Lambo is gonna be fucked. Where with an Audi, I wouldn't be as scared to drive it around, and not that many people would be staring at it, I guess. Cause I hate to be the center of attention. I'd rather be the guy that's just off by his own, whatever. But yeah, I'll probably go with an Audi, even though Lambo's a close second. Third question, what is your Call of Duty dream team with you being one of the players? So obviously pick up Scump, and maybe Zuma, but it was going to be a tie between Clayster or Formal. Honestly, I was going with Clayster because I've been following him longer than I have compared to Formal. But then there's that skill factor. Is a debate's been going on, like, is Formal better than Clayster or Clayster better than Formal? And honestly, I think they're at the same, if not Formal, just a little bit better. But that doesn't really make a difference for me. I would still probably go with Clayster because just the vibes that I can tell he gives off. That and just being around him, he seems like a cool guy. I bet Formal's a cool guy too, but I think I would enjoy hanging out with Clayster more than I would with Formal. Moving on, next question. Outside of video games, what else do you like to do besides hitting the meat? To be quite honest, there's nothing else here to do besides that. So yeah, that's really about it. I just, you know, after a good close scrimmage session, you know how it goes. Just don't try to picture it, it's not bad, you know. Okay, next question. Next question. At what age did you start playing video games at? I don't remember the age, but I do remember what grade I was in when I started playing video games, or at least when I got really into video games, and that was in the 6th grade. I did play video games before this, but it was just casually, I didn't really care for it. I'd be like, whatever, I don't care if I save my game. Ooh, yeah, I didn't save my game back then. What are you gonna do about that? Nothing, bitch. But but yeah, after I started playing Modern Warfare 2 back in the 6th grade, I got really into it. I finally discovered the multiplayer aspects of video games. Before that, I did not know what the heck multiplayer was. I did not know what the heck Wi-Fi was either. So that was a big year for me right there, finding out what Wi-Fi was and the multiplayer aspect of video games. But I got really addicted to Modern Warfare 2. I'll probably be on it as soon as I got home. I would hit my friends and tell them, hey, let's go play some Search and Destroy, because that was a shit back then. That's the deal on Modern Warfare 2 was, it was good. It was amazing, especially on Terminal. I love Terminal, that's my favorite map. I don't remember the age, I don't remember how old I was in 6th grade, but I do remember that was the grade I was in when I started getting more into video games. Like, that stood out to me that I actually remember a lot of that. So yeah. Next question. How does it feel switching from Xbox to PS4? Honestly, it doesn't feel that bad. Like it does take time to get used to the controller. But after that, you're just fine. It's just smooth sailing from there. But it wasn't as hard for me to transition because I did start on PlayStation. So I did have a good idea of what the controller should and will feel like once I got the PlayStation 4. Other than that, the interface was pretty familiar to me. I knew how to navigate it and everything. Um, that was really it. It was pretty smooth, to be honest. I thought it'd be worse, but it wasn't that bad. Which console do I prefer and why? I prefer the PlayStation 4 for a couple of reasons. First, because I started on PlayStations, and that's where I basically started my gaming, not really career, but just my gaming habits or whatever. And because a lot of my old friends I used to play with on PlayStation 3 also have a PlayStation 4, so I got to add them and play a couple games with them, and or just talk to them over the party chat system that they have in PlayStation 4 now. Remember that, guys? It was in PlayStation 3, which I can't believe they didn't have that in PlayStation 3. But yeah, so I got to talk to a lot of my old friends I used to pub stomp with in Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like that. And yes, we do remember each other. They do remember who I was, and I do remember who they were. So my second reasoning would probably be just the stuff that you can do on PlayStation 4. Even though it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, it is a big deal for me. Just like the little things, like being able to listen to Spotify while you're playing a video game or anything, like have it like as a background music type of thing, really. So that kind of makes me happy. So yeah, and that's why I prefer the PlayStation 4 over the Xbox. Who would you consider to be the duo on your team? For the longest time, my duo was probably Pause, because we always like play dubs together, or we would always be on together just playing 8s or anything like that. But on the team right now, currently, it will probably be Wings, because we've played the most dubs out of anyone on our team. Because every time we get on and like either someone's asleep or someone's not on or something's happening, if anything's ever happening, we just play dubs and just do that until someone gets on or we just get bored of it. But yeah. Next question. Who would you consider to no, sorry, I just answered that. Dumb. Any future plans to changes to your roster? Not at the moment, and I don't think there will be for a while unless someone can't attend MES, which we do plan on going to. It wouldn't make sense to make a roster change so close to MES, since it is like hold on, let me check, in about a week or two, so it wouldn't make any sense for us to make a roster change. And besides that, we've been playing really well. There's no point to make a roster change just like that, unless we have to find a substitute soon, just because someone can't go. So yeah, there's not gonna be any roster changes. Even after MES, I don't think we'll make a roster change, because that would be our first LAN, and I think we will probably do alright for our first LAN. Last question. What does your team need to work on the most? Probably hardpoint. S&D has been really well since the G side's been patched. We don't really practice that much CTF because we found out even if we practice CTF, it's not going to come down to how well practiced we are. It's just going to come down to getting those kills when you're escorting the flag carrier and getting those cutoffs when your flag is pulled. And then for uplink, we're really good on at playing uplink. We haven't really practiced it that much, but every time we do play it, we do extremely well in it. But the only thing that we do practice on uplink is just our uplink, though. So that's really about it. Nothing else. But for hardpoint, our main problem is just getting rotations and spawns. There's some times that we don't get spawns when we should, and that's not really our fault. We were rotated like at 25 or 20 seconds left in the old hill, and then we'll get there, and none of our teammates will be spawning there. And sometimes I can see how that's influenced by opponent being there. But then sometimes like there's no opponent there, and we're wondering why the hell we're not getting any spawns. So it's a bit of the game and a bit of like, human error of us not getting there. So other than that, our hardpoint is pretty good. Our subs play well on the map. If we get set up, we hold down the hill usually for the entirety of it, and that's really about it. If we get control of that hill, it's gonna be really hard to break us. That's all I have to say about that. But that's gonna do it, guys. I want to fit this commentary into the boundaries of the gameplay that I'm putting this over. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I have one question to give you guys. How were you against or were you for the patching of the G slide? Be sure to leave that in the comments or just tweet your answer at me on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Reaper. Peace.